Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Off the Game Pod. With me, we have Calister Neje and Katelem, the legend himself. Yeah, I'm your host, Joseph Emenike, and trust that myself and my co-host have a lot to get into today. How are you guys feeling now after the weekend of football?
I'm feeling great. For me, it's been a great weekend. Taiwa when he scored gave Man United a little bit of scare there for United fans,
Yeah,
and as well as Liverpool, Darwin Nunes stepping up to the big occasion. So, Chelsea with a comfortable win. It's been an incredible weekend again with the Premier League. You can never go wrong with
okay.
Premier League as well as Barcelona doing so well in the La Liga.
Yeah, against Villarreal, right? I saw it 4-3. It was a nice game. Went behind at some point, but they bounced back like champions normally would. You get. All right, let's get into it then. So first off, let's talk about the games that we had this weekend. Right, Kali? You're a Man City fan because almost see anything you want to say that you support Pep and you support Haaland. No, yeah, no, wala. I've dubbed you Man City.
I'm not a
Your
City
boy missed a
fan. I'm a Pep
penalty.
fan.
Okay, Pep fan. Your guys, Pep is having back issues, so he missed the game, and then Haaland missed the penalty. Does that signify that he's no longer at his peak powers, or what are we seeing there? Give
Did you
us your
just say Haaland
insights.
is looking as if he's not at his peak or what is it?
How was your weekend of football, especially as a Man U fan?
My weekend was fantastic. My weekend was fantastic. I think, I was a little scared at the beginning, but we're united. We always come back from setbacks and challenges like that. So, yeah, and I was also happy about what happened to Arsenal, and I felt like they deserved to drop points. Um, who else? Obviously, Man City won. Liverpool, I don't know what Newcastle did there. Just shows that they are not ready. But my weekend was fantastic. Calister, how was yours?
My thing was great. I told you that I only
This one
scored
that lives
and gave
inside
Man
it is
United
very
fans a
detailed.
little bit of scare at the beginning of the game.
Mm.
But at least Man United showed superiority and came up top of that game. So kudos to United. As for Arsenal, they will just have to make do with Kai Havertz. I don't know why the fans are crying that I wish Simeon was here today. That Kai Havertz should be benched, Rosa should be starting. I really don't know. You bought the player for £65 million. He should play every game. He should play every game.
All right, let's move start before we enter. Myself and Kylie were just having banter on Man City. Let's enter that Arsenal and Kai Havertz. That man is not looking like a player they bought for £65 million. He doesn't seem to have any impact on the game. Game is just passing him by. Yeah, I was saying that. So for Kai Havertz, yeah, Kai Havertz and Arsenal, they were playing against. Who did they play against? Fulham.
Fulham,
Was it Fulham? Fulham. Yeah, so they played Fulham.
Fulham.
Now he didn't have any impact on the game and he just kept drifting in and out. And they were just for most of the game it looked like it was Saka, Odegaard or nothing. Kali, what do you have like what would you say? Because you saw that you are anti Arsenal pro Pep.
Well, I'm not an anti-Arsenal fan. I just feel that Arsenal will grow, they will learn with Mikel Arteta. But are they competing for the league? Yes. The game against Fulham just shows the fact that Ateta is trying to create a team that would fit Kai Havertz, their new signing, as well as other players, is affecting the rest of the players. Like Trossard, look at Fabio Vieira when he came into the game, got an assist as well, and he changed the game in the 56 minutes. So it shows that these are players that can come off the bench and be an impact player. But for Kai Havertz, I don't know what Ateta is expecting him to give or bring to this Arsenal team because at Chelsea he was not a team player. He was not clinical in front of goal. Kai Havertz is not a striker that will give you 15 goals in a season. So I don't know what Arsenal or Ateta saw in him and decided to pay £65 million for this player and change the whole thing. You have Trossard on the bench. Eden Ketia is a fantastic goal scorer. I don't know why they don't trust him. He should be a regular starter. He has proven it over and over again. There's Gabriel Jesus in the team. But Arsenal, Ateta will be so adamant in the fact that he must start Kai Havertz, which will not work for him as the time run goes. City are slow starters in the league. Arsenal are not slow starters in the league. They have never done it. So it's going to be very difficult for them to get into that position. But for now, Arsenal we just have to figure out a way that befits the kind of players they have and put Kai Havertz on the bench. He needs to be on the bench. That's the truth. Put him on the bench, start Trossard or any other player, and allow Martinelli. You allow Bukayo Saka. You allow Declan Rice. You have Fabio Vieira. You have Edin Ketia. These are players that can give you anything. Maybe Kai Havertz should come off the bench, but for now, it's not working. It's 3 games in, a lot to play in the season. But Arsenal will have to hit the ground running as City is struggling at the beginning of the season.
I hear you. I hear you. And I am also on that path, which is if the guy is not performing, I'm on benching. You can't stress him. Well, Katelem, do you think like Kai Havertz, like this is Kai Havertz meeting the standards that we thought he could have been, or it's just the same player that we saw at Chelsea?
The sad thing about Kai Havertz is that I actually watched him when he was at Bayer Leverkusen, and I rated him very highly. But when he came to Chelsea, I thought maybe his position is not in Chelsea. Naturally, Havertz is a 10. He's not even a striker. He's not a midfielder. He's a 10. But I just felt like okay, maybe it's because his position is not in Chelsea. But then what I'm seeing in Arsenal, because I think Ateta is actually trying to play him in his natural position, even if he's not a 10 per se, but let's say he's playing like the position between 8 and 10, right? So, but I'm a bit disappointed because I actually thought Havertz would play well under Ateta, and obviously it's too early to call as well. But as a footballer, I'm rooting for him. But right now, what he's showing is not up to standard. But even apart from that, with Arsenal, I don't understand what Ateta is doing with that defense. I don't know what Partey is doing in right back. I don't know why Jakub Kivio, that is a centre back, is playing left back. I feel like Ateta did not even play preseason because now it's like he's tinkering with his squad. It's not Pep. Only Pep can tinker with his squad during the season and it works. Every other person needs to know what they are doing. Pep has passed everybody's level. So you can't be
But it's not.
tinkering with your squad every week. So today, Trossard will play false nine. Tomorrow, Nketiah will start at 9. Your defense does not even have Ben White that played right back the whole of last season. He's playing centre back now. Yes, he's a centre back, but it's like he's confusing the team. So I don't
But
really understand what's going on there.
okay, so I want to even follow up on that and ask a question. Well, when with what Pep has done, which is setting the blueprint, right? It shows that okay, you have to tinker with your team at the beginning because you want everybody to be ready at the business end of the season. You don't just want it to be one or two key players like they had, where Saliba got injured and almost it was the end of the world. So isn't he right for trying to like push players to get minutes at least at this beginning of the season so that he can fill out the squad?
He's
Then by like
tinkering too
September he
much.
gets.
Like when Pep tinkers his when Pep tinkers his team, like you know who's replacing who. Like let's say today he plays Mares on the right, and then the next week Mares gets benched for another right winger, which is like Bernardo Silva. Yeah, but Pep Ateta, Partey is playing right back. It's not like he's exchanging a right back for another right back. This is not squad depth. He's actually just playing around with the squad. I was surprised to see Trossard playing 9 the other day, and I'm just like, what's going on here? Do you understand? So Ateta's zone is a bit different. It's not what Pep does. And Pep, everybody knows that his squad is very deep. So everybody has to play to also maintain that competition within the players and to make sure that everybody's putting in like their best performance. Because you know that see Foden. Foden played his best, almost his best football the last week. This week he didn't even start. So everybody knows that they're on their
Yeah.
toes. But Ateta's situation is not the same. Him is just tinkering with the
Caliber,
squad.
yes.
Partey knows that if he plays good today, next week he might come back as his left back. Do you understand? So it's not adding up.
Yeah, I get you. All right. Were you as shocked as I was when Julian Alvarez got the start over Phil Foden, considering the form and like for like ability with someone like De Bruyne that Foden shares?
Not really. Phil Foden, if you watch Phil Foden play last season, he's been struggling to start games for Man City. So I'm not surprised to see that he will have to fight for his place in the Man City squad or starting 11. And Pep Guardiola knows how to work his team, play player out of position, and it works for him. Every season, he has a player that will be that point man, that will be that player that will play outside of his position and still perform. Now, for Julian Alvarez, we saw input of him in the team last season off the bench. So just imagine if you give this guy 70 minutes of game time. That means Man City will be getting more goals and are going to be able to win more. Sorry, and are able to. They will be able to win more games with the team, and that is what Pep is going to go for. Julian Alvarez, I think he's a fantastic player. He's quite clinical right now. He's in the form of his life, and getting a start ahead of Foden is no surprise. Foden, we have to come back to that gem we saw, that player that we saw that he's going to break records with the Man City team, with the Pep Guardiola team. Maybe we'll see another type of player mid out of field Foden. But I don't know. After the injury, he struggled with game time. He struggled to get back to fitness, and now he's on the bench. I am not surprised. He's on the bench, so he needs to get his act back on the training pitch and convince
Why
Pep
not
Guardiola
just
that
bench Haaland?
no, you can't bench Haaland. It will be a crazy. You must be a crazy coach to bench Erling Haaland, even if he goes straight 6 games straight without winning. You must really be crazy to bench Erling Haaland. You can't bench Erling Haaland. In fact, it is disastrous to play Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez. That is robbery in football. It doesn't make sense. It makes
Mm.
absolutely no sense. But that is what who Pep Guardiola is, and that is what he wants to do this season. He wants to go for it all. See whether he can win the quadruple. He won the treble. Who says he can't win the quadruple? Get one or two players. He brought in
True.
Kovacic. He's still experimenting with that one. So I think Foden will have to fight for his place with this City squad. Get back to the Foden we know, or he will just be like Mares or Gabriel Jesus that they will send out of the club after 2 seasons of.
At some point, yeah. Talking about coming off the bench, Darwin Nunes might actually be that second season wonder. Came off the bench against Newcastle in a match where they were down one man with losing a goal down and came with a brace straight up. Is he like making your FPL team? Or because he's in my team, or I just
Hmm.
celebrate it, he saved my life.
It was not
Are
my
you
team. Oh, it
serious?
was not my.
Nunes is in your team.
Nunes is my team. I was already crying.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Walai. I'll show you the
Nah,
points if he
the,
got.
the
But
thing
yeah,
with
what do you
Nunes
guys
is
think of
that, yeah, Nunes is a baller. He's a baller. When he was in Benfica, he was putting in the numbers. I actually feel like club should give him more of a chance, but don't be deceived, man. It's the same thing that happened at the beginning of last season where when they signed Pep, I say when they signed Pep, when they
Okay,
signed
I
Haaland
agree
and
with you
Nunes,
100%.
the community shield came, Haaland didn't score,
100.
Nunes scored. You get so everybody was Nunes this, Nunes that, Haaland. Don't be deceived by all these early season antics, man. Yes, he's a good striker. Yeah, he came in and he scored 2 goals, but let's not forget that the defense, the what Newcastle showed in that defense in those last 2 goals, as in I could not believe it. Do you understand? So although the finishes were very good, but
Yeah.
let's not be deceived, Sha. Let's just not be deceived.
Okay.
Nunes is
Talking
Nunes.
about
Don't be deceived to put him in your FPL and the next game, Nunes will not even give you one goal. But a fantastic goal for him. But something people are forgetting, Mohamed Salah, Diego Jota, Arnold came back to at least compensate the team for that mistake he made leading to a goal they conceded. And
Yeah,
Mohamed Salah, Nunes finishing exceptional. I don't doubt his quality. What I doubt is his performance in a season. How long can he sustain
yeah,
Liverpool? How long can he bring up this performance game in, game out? And that is where it's questionable. Last season he was hyped, he was bought in for money. It didn't work out. It didn't work out for Liverpool. Maybe this season it will be the season that he will grow into the team and perform. But right now, we need to see the partnership between Diego Jota, Mohamed Salah, Darwin Nunes. That is a three front line. We need to see them work more. But for him, it was a great game coming off the bench, giving Liverpool that win, even with the red card.
All right. Okay. Great. Love it for Liverpool. At first, I was like, eh. But I just saw when I saw the celebration, I just thought, well, Liverpool might do something this season. Let's just see how that goes. So, talking about Star Boys, Bellingham, 4 goals, 3 games, La Liga. Then Barcelona, who like how you seen that the Spanish La Liga come through? Considering also they just won the Women's World Cup, so they're on a high.
Sorry,
Come on. You
Katelem,
see
before
that
you
Bellingham
answer, I
thing.
would love Joseph.
Okay, go ahead. Alistair, go ahead.
I would love Joseph. Okay, I would love Joseph to tell us about how he feels about Jude William. You are a Real Madrid fan, though you are the host. You should tell us what you feel. 4 goals and 3 games with 4 goals. You should as well give us your own part of your own opinion.
All right. So seeing that we made the adjustments in formation just to accommodate him, and I think I like what Carlo Ancelotti is doing. Huh? That they are trying him in new positions. So since we don't have a nine, they are trying in this situation where he's playing false nine, drop deep, and still attack afterwards with the help of the wingers. He's showing promise since he's 19 and can grow into that position. But all in all, I would still prefer an out and out striker where he can play in behind because of his size, his frame, his technical ability. He will do very well against central defensive midfielders. Do you get? And laying the ball off for marauding wingers like Vinicius or Rodrigo to cut back in for a striker. Let's say even the Joselu right now, Joselu is not the ideal striker for us. We would like maybe like a as normal now, Mbappe to come and fill in that position. And I know it will be a clinic, but he's fitting in with that team. He's showing a lot of confidence. We are not having to rely on Cruz and Modric as much, right? So I like what he has done for the team. I like the aggression he actually comes with. He feels at home. He's not letting the entire price tag, the media, the hype of Real Madrid get to him. He's playing his ball. He's even having fun. You can see the smiles when he's doing one or two antics on the field, and I just really enjoy watching him play. Very technically gifted player, very solid, and I think like England are going to reap the fruits from having such a player, especially by the time like our own staff get to touch on him. My only fear is now a rubbing of egos between him and Vinicius because first few games now you're barely hearing anything from Vinicius. In terms of the media hype, it's more Bellingham, Bellingham, Bellingham. Do you get? And also Vinicius just tore, not tear, but had a hamstring injury in that last game. So it's a bit of a fright, and I'm sure we do not want to lose him, but egos can clash, and Mbappe comes in, and then you now start hearing a different story. To be sad to lose him, but yeah, for now it's very nice. Hopefully, he can carry us to victory, and we'll regain La Liga and possibly the Champions League. But yeah, yeah, that is my own 2 cents on the Bellingham
How fun are you
situation.
and Calister
You get
going to
fantastic player,
go over
fantastic
the
talent.
Champions League?
Initially, I was skeptical, but right now I'm a believer. Jude has me a believer. He's not Judas, so I'm good with that.
Nice one, nice
Yeah,
one.
Kali.
Sorry, I said you said everything. Let's go to the next question.
All
Already,
right,
you've
so
said
your boy,
everything. There's nothing else to say.
homegrown Osime, he's back. Like where he left off. The guy just continuing. 3 goals in 2 games. He's like, he's proving his worth. What are you saying? This one is for Kali. Are we going to Saudi Arabia?
Please, I don't know what Osime was thinking. If he had consulted me, I would have told Osime, my brother, collect that money. Go to Saudi Arabia, even though it's 2 years. Play in the Saudi League. Before you know, this Saudi Arabia will enter Champions League. You see, I said it. But for Victor Osimhen, never a doubt. He's a quality player, quality striker. He's back into the season, banging in goals, and it's just so sad for me because I thought that Osimhen would leave Napoli this season because I am so sure Napoli will not win the Scudetto. They will not win the Champions League. Not because of they are not good enough. I think the competition this time around will be very, very difficult. Especially with not, the coach not being there, and they will have to bring in more players. But for Victor Osimhen, it's just shocking that Man United never really insisted on him because I thought he would have been a very, very good impact player. Would have been a very good player for Man United team. While Rashford drifts back to the flanks, where he comes in from there. But Man United really didn't go out for him as well as Real Madrid. They still have their eyes on Mbappe. Arsenal cannot afford. Victor Osimhen. I don't think he will want to go there. PSG as well. I won't advise him. Bayern has a Kane already, so he has absolutely no option between Saudi and Napoli. But for Victor Osimhen, not a doubt, quality player. Hopefully this season he scores more than he did last season and push this Napoli team far into the Champions League. Maybe get to the semi-finals of the Champions League and next season.
Yeah, me too. The money is mouth watering with having what is it, 1 million, 1 million euros per week, right? That was the deal. But then I think Napoli rejected and all of that. See, I'm on meter, I would have gone, sure. But I guess he's picking those. He's staying because he has something to prove in Europe. Do you get? But talking about the Champions League, so now on Thursday here like this, so we're having the Champions League draws for the group stage. Are you guys excited of the floodlights, dreamy nights? Like, I don't know what Peter Drury you say. I'll leave that for Cali, but that man gave us highlights during that period. You get so. How do you guys see? Like, what do you guys look towards for the coming Champions League season?
Yeah. Yeah, Champions League. I mean, the big nights. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, man. See how Arsenal will perform back in the Champions League. United, all the big boys, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Newcastle will do as well, and seeing how it's going to affect them in the league. But and then Real Madrid as well with this their new formation. I have the opinion that it's going to really affect. Like they're hacking it now, but I feel like when they go deep into the Champions League, that's when the flaws of this formation will really come out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. How about you guys?
Um, uh, Let me let Kali go first. Kali, how you see it?
It's Champions League, baby. It is Champions League. Who is not looking forward to Champions League? I am actually. It's one of the most exciting part of football. It's a Champions League. What are you saying? The champions, the champions. Don't mind me, I'm just being funny. But it's a Champions League. I'm excited to see the draw and hopefully to see where the English team will be grouped for Newcastle and Eddie Howe. It's a big season. I'm a big Newcastle fan. I feel that they are going to be the dark horses of the season. And I want to see where they and who they'll be playing. And for Man City, I hope they win the Champions League again. But as I said, it's basically the English team and the likes of Barcelona and what will Xavi do this time around. Will Xavi be able to push this Barcelona team far into the Champions League and not crashing out of the group stage as well? So it's exciting. The Champions League is almost here, but we just have to start with the draws on Thursday.
So, like team wise, you're saying you're expecting like Man City, say Madrid, Barcelona. So, who are you? You've already said you expect Man City to win the title, and then like Newcastle are like your dark horses for the season. Do you have any other person you'd like to just mention to say, okay, you know what, this will be like part of the top performance in the competition? For me, it's always Madrid, and well, I think that Man City is going to win it. Sure, that's my own take.
Um, hmm. The truth is that outside Man City, Madrid, I don't really see any other team. Barcelona, I wasn't convinced of them last season, so they left in the group stage. So and then PSG just never seems to have the people that will cut it. So for me, it's just Man City and Madrid. They might even meet in the final. So let's see how that goes.
You guys are not hyping Bayern,
No,
with Kane, Harry Kane.
Okay,
Bayern
with
and
Harry
Thomas Tuchel
Kane,
will struggle.
that's true. That's true.
Don't worry, will struggle. Bayern with Thomas Tuchel, they'll struggle.
Ah, shit. That's painful. That's painful. But yeah, so that runs like most of our this thing today. Two major games. Let's United. We have a United fan here. So United versus Arsenal is coming up over the weekend. Then Brighton versus Newcastle. Kali, please give me for Newcastle Brighton. Who do you think is going to win?
That's a tough game. What's his name? The coach of Brighton was struggling the last game. I'll go with
Against West Ham.
Newcastle. Newcastle.
Okay. Kali has
Anyhow.
Newcastle. Katelem, how about you? Arsenal United.
Hmm.
United 2-1.
Hmm.
United 2-1 in Arsenal in Emirates. Bold. That is bold.
That's a
Yes.
bold step. Bold.
Yeah.
All
United 2-1.
right, great. Oh, yeah, over me against that team, it will have to be a lot for Man U to come true. But you know what? See, up United, up the two Uniteds, Newcastle United and Manchester United. Let's go. We have this.
Right, right,
Before we
right.
leave, I have our off the game trivia session. In anticipation of the Champions League draws, we're going to do a Champions League edition.
This
Kali, are
is
you
what
ready?
I like.
All right, but first before we go, it's just fastest fingers first, right? Then after this, we're done for these people. So all right, let me start. Who has more goals? Are you guys ready? This is going to take like a minute. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Who has more goals, Raul or Henry in the Champions League?
It has to be Raul.
Correct. Kali got it first. So fastest fingers, Katelem.
Yes,
All
now my
right, all
network
right.
they cause this P, but it's okay, no problem.
How is that one of my
Okay.
business? How does it affect me?
Okay, let's go. Let's
It's
go. Let's go.
okay, no wahala.
Who has more Champions League titles, Iniesta or Maldini?
Maldini.
Hmm. Maldini.
Wait. Yes,
Two for
now.
two on Kali.
I'm saying
Katelem, this
before
network is
Kali. I'm
showing you something.
before Kali. Network.
No.
All right, this is a
It's all
tricky
good.
one.
It's all good.
This is a tricky one. Katelem is like penalty. If she gets this one, she has won it. It's just 5 questions. Who has more Champions League assists, Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi?
Champions League assist. Lionel Messi.
Yes. Katelem?
Goat. Is a goat.
Oh my, I didn't even hear the question though.
Who has more Champions League assists,
It's Messi, of
Lionel
course.
Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
It's it's Messi.
Who has what?
Champions League assists.
Champions League assist.
My network has finally given up on me. Calister has taken this one
All right.
again.
Kali, the answer is actually Ronaldo. Ronaldo has 42. Messi has 40. Just two behind. I'm
Are
telling
you
you.
kidding me?
I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh my
All
Yeah,
right.
god.
I'm messing champion.
I
Well, it
beg,
was wild when I
this
found out
is
too. All right, who won the Champions League final in 2004? Champions League final 2004.
Porto.
FC Porto, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Nice one, Katlem. Katlem, that's one. Okay,
So
last
net
question. Katlem,
coming
draw
in
this
between.
or who has the most assists in a single season? The most assists in a single season. I'll give you guys a hint. It's after
Champions League.
yes.
2015. Champions League. Champions League. He has the most assists in a single season. Champions League.
Messi.
No.
Is either Mesut Ozil or Ronaldo.
All right. So you guys are both
Iniesta.
wrong, and the answer is Milner in 2017-2018.
I still won. I still won.
Yes,
I
Calister
still
won this
won.
one. And with
I
this,
still
we
won.
bring you to the end of today's episode.
I say I
Nice
won.
one,
Say I
Kali.
won.
Calister won this one today. Calister won it. We have to give it to you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for staying true with us to the end. And as always, it was a
All right
pleasure,
now.
talking
Peace
and
guys.
discussing football with these amazing people.
Thank you
Yes.
guys.
To keep up with us, subscribe to all our socials at Off the Game Pod on Twitter, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And also to catch more of our content, you can go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and catch us at Off the Game Podcast. All right. So that's Off the Game Podcast to get your content, and Off the Game Pod for our socials. Hit us up. We'd like to hear from you. Shout out to Emperor Jackson again. And you guys, till next time, keep enjoying the beautiful game. It was a pleasure. Peace.